Hello everyone, this is Mary Ott. It is very early, before 7 o'clock. I'm about to leave to go to work, and it is Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. And last night when I went to bed, I was praying for the Lord again, even though I had received the word of the Lord on my way home from Washington about what he told me about Methuselah, about America being Methuselah, and Methuselah just died. However, I still pray that God will have mercy upon us. And this morning I woke up to a dream. Now, I have to tell you, I don't typically remember my dreams. There have been maybe 5 in my life that I will never forget. And my dreams seem to fade once I wake up. The ones that don't fade are the ones where I know that God meant me to remember them. I believe that they have been from the Lord, and I believe that this one is from the Lord as well. This morning, again, it's January 13th, 2021. I had several dreams that ran together like scenes in a movie. The first ones were similar to action-adventure movies and reminded me of Terminator and Avengers. These dreams felt like dreams only, and they set the stage, though, for the last one, which felt very different. I knew it was different at the end, and when I heard the last words that I'll tell you when I get there. And I know that I knew instantly that I had to document this section of my dreams. The earlier dreams, I don't even remember. At this point, I typed all this up, but I have very, very vague memories of those earlier dreams. I can only remember this last section, but I remember it vividly. I saw a military base and 4 soldiers that were sitting at a table in a warehouse, and they had crates of droid soldiers that were thought to be inactive. Next to the 4 soldiers' table was another table with a pretty Asian American soldier by herself. I think she was of Chinese descent, just going by the shape of her face. I got the impression that she was of Chinese descent. She was very American, though. She wasn't... she was dressed in American hairstyle, and I got the impression that she was brilliant and that she was a very patriotic young soldier. I felt respect for her, and during this time, trucks with these crates of droid soldiers drove right past the 2 tables. The passing by truck had droids that had been activated. Nobody knew that they were activated, but inside the crates they had been activated. They were evil and meant to destroy, but they were crated and they couldn't get out. So they sent out a signal of a sort. I don't know how, but a signal. It could have been Bluetooth, or I don't know, but it was just a signal that activated a droid that was also in a crate, but near the Asian American soldier. The other soldiers at the other table, the 4 soldiers, they were gone. And the droid soldier in the crate that had just been activated wanted to be let out. And it cried out like a child would, sweetly asking, but you could feel it was manipulating. And the soldier went over to investigate, just curious. She didn't open the crate. The droid singled her out, and it seemed to sense her Asian lineage. It seemed to think that she would be sympathetic. And it showed the soldier its plans. Similar to a Nazi World War II propaganda film, that's what it reminded me. Those ones that showed the plans of the Nazi regime, the Third Reich, to take over the world. That's what it reminded me of. This cartoon was in 1940s style, but it had a cartoon of the world, and it was spinning. There were a total of 3 spins. The first spin had the nations as they are, and the second one had the same. But at the end of the second one, going into the third, a little cartoon person came with a Chinese flag and walked across the globe where the Pacific Ocean was. And it walked to the North American continent and sewed a Chinese flag on the western part of the United States. That part included the West Coast states, east through Montana, and south to Mexico. It did not include Texas, and Texas was red, and it seemed that it might have included Oklahoma and Louisiana. I'm not sure about that, though. The little cartoon person used the end of the flagpole to nail in the flag along its border from north to south. It was being nailed. It reminded me of those nail guns that contractors use, and it was like being nailed down north to south, a little east of the Rockies. It was the end of the flagpole, though, that was doing the nailing. Another cartoon person, simultaneous to this other cartoon person, there was another one nailing the flag of North Korea over the land where Minnesota is. The rest of the states were gray. What was strange about Minnesota and the area of Texas was that while they maintained their shape, their overall shape, they seemed to be larger than, as if they'd gotten more land than they normally are. While this was going on, a droid robot was talking to the American soldier, proudly revealing the plan of the droid and the droid army as it had been programmed. And the last words I heard before I woke was to undo the Abraham Accords. And when I heard that, I knew this is not a dream. This is something real. Take what you want from this dream. I believe that we are about to see huge changes in this country. I believe that America as we know it is dead. And that this dream confirms my earlier Methuselah dream, that America is dead. Methuselah died and the flood came. I believe that America was Methuselah holding off the end of the world, God's judgment, and that now America is dead and judgment will come. Please be prepared for whatever and keep your heart right with the Lord. The time is at hand. The time that we've expected for so long is upon us. God bless.